Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another figure review, and today we have the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure to put together and check out. And you can see I have all the parts right in front of me, and let's start with the easiest part here. So I'm bumping into the camera and everything. Let's pop this bad boy right here. Can't even really see it's going out of frame, but we always got to start with the legs. Make sure you get the right one. And the legs are always a pain. Got to really work them a little bit. But yeah, once you get them popped on. And then as I was pushing the leg on, I felt like his knee was bending to one side because I was putting so much pressure. Yeah, it's always this connecting. It's always a pain when it comes to putting Build-A-Figures together. All right, his arm. His arm. Man, that's... Oh, there we go. Like all these I haven't even touched these pieces, and like some of the joints and stuff are super tight. And of course, put the cape on. Get the head to pop on. See, it just shot at the cape. Now, putting this head on was a pain in the ass. It's worse than putting the legs on, and that's saying something when it comes to popping these Build-A-Figures together. And up close, this figure is awesome. I like the texture in the face, the teeth, the eyes. I like how they painted inside the tattered hood red to match the cape that he's wearing, because it is a whole cloak, or whatever you want to cowl, or whatever you want to call it. I like his little weird looking point at the end of the hood. Very cool. And they did a really good job for this Build-A-Figure. For being a smaller Build-A-Figure, I think they nailed it. I love the strap that goes across. They did a nice dark wash over it. The buckle's painted in a bronze color or copper color. We got this big old belt buckle door knocker thing of a demon skull on his front. And he's got some tattered bits right there. I really like the like scale mail arms that they used, used for Hobgoblin, Demogoblin. I think they used it for Black Knight as well, and I think that's a very cool effect. Like, this is just sculpted very nicely. I know some people don't care for it. I like that it's sculpted versus painted, and I really like his gloves too. They're just they really made this figure gnarly with like the bent over pieces, and they're painted very well. We got loose little chains. Got some chain bracelets. He's got the fingerless gloves. And the cape, too. Sculpted very nice. Bunch of holes through it. It's all tattered. They did a great job with it. Legs look pretty good. And again, you got that Hasbro issue of the plastics not matching when you get down to the legs. Got the red cuffs and the pointy shoes. Now let's go ahead and dive into some articulation here. His head's on a disc hinge and ball, and his head can really, that's sort of his motion right there for the up and down, limiting with the cape and everything in the hood. You can do a full 360. It's a little rough because you're rubbing against the cape. his arms, you want to make sure you grab it by the bicep. They can actually not, like, that's as far up as you're going to get them to go before those arms pop out like they just did. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. Get any rotation at the glove? No, we just get the wrist rotation, and we get the wrist bend going on here. So all the typical articulation that you get in the arms in Marvel Legends. His fingers are very, very, like, gummy. It's very gummy plastic. Now putting his arms down, his arms are like clickety. I don't know if you can hear that. They're like ratcheted arms. Articulation in the abs. That's as far forward as he's leaning. That's a little bit of a bummer. Let's see how far he leans back. He leans back quite a bit, and he gets the big old gap in the front of his chest. We get some waist swivel here, which I can't complain about bookshelf hips because they're covered by this belt. So you really can't see the bookshelf. Splits, he can go this far. He's got the thigh cut. We get the double jointed knees. We get a boot cut, ankle bend, and pivot. So all your typical Marvel Legends articulation. Not too bad for this little Build-A-Figure. Now, just to show a little bit of a close-up of his glider, this thing is wicked. It is just, it's so awesome. And I've seen people use it for their Red Goblin as well. It's a very cool piece. It just looks like a flaming glider, as it should. They did a great job, and they didn't make it overly small like they did the other two gliders. For Hobgoblin and Green Goblin, I felt like their gliders were tiny. And this glider is pretty massive. Looks amazing. It's going to stand out on a shelf. And with this stand, I like this stand because it has all these different options. So you can have it popped on this one. You can pop it on this one and set it like that. Like, you have your different height options with these stands. And I thought that was really cool. Because not everybody wants to have their stuff all the same height. Granted, I will probably have him on this height so I can have him sort of in the background, but it's still cool because you get all that type of articulation out of a stand. Now, when you see this figure all on his glider posed up, he looks freaking badass. A very cool looking figure, and it just stands out. I think they nailed this Demogoblin figure. It's awesome. It's exactly what you need if you have Green Goblin and Hobgoblin in your collection. I mean, you got to complete the trio. And he's just menacing looking with his glider and everything. I do recommend pre-posing his legs before putting in the glider, because I was stupid and I tried to put his feet in first, then tried bending the knees and all that stuff. That's a bad idea because the knees wanted to buckle, and I was basically afraid that these knees were going to actually break. So pre-pose, then pop him on his glider, and you'll be good. Another issue that I wish they could take care of, he needs to, I feel like his ab crunch needs to have him bend over more. I feel like he needs to be slouched down more. That's just my opinion, just because I just think he needs to be able to slouch a little bit. But besides those little minor complaints, this figure is awesome. This is an awesome Build-A-Figure. Definitely recommend. If you guys haven't got them, try to build them. I'm sure you can get the pieces for probably cheap because nobody's really interested in this Build-A-Figure anymore. It's definitely a solid piece for your collection. Looks awesome. And that sums up my figure review of the Demogoblin Build-A-Figure. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, as it'll mean the world to me. And I want you guys to make sure you hit that silver bell notification if you want alerts when I post up a new video. And check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The website's down below. There's a promo code down there for you guys as well to get free shipping if you see anything on the website. And there is a pre-order Facebook group for Toyco. Check it out. Join in. It keeps you in the know with collectibles, what's coming out. A lot of imports such as like Storm Collectibles, SH Figuarts, 3-0. So definitely check it out as well. Just join in and see what it's all about. And Andrew really posts some of the best pricing you can get when it comes to pre-orders for those types of figures as well. So definitely show some love there. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting and have a beautiful day.